Hey everyone, it is time for another Candid with Candace. It's been entirely too long since I have updated you all, so I figured I would do that. So, here we go. Oh, hello everyone. We are well overdue for an update and a chit chat. It's been about a month since I went live. Yeah, so the last time I went live was September 20th. So, hey Tiffany. So yeah, it's been a month. Clover, you gonna say hi? Say hi, mamas. Okay, so since the last time I went live, if you don't know and you're under a rock, I have completed chemo. Chemo was done on October 5th, but since the last time we have talked, physically it has been a whole haze. The second phase of chemo with the stronger drugs, literally the minute I would hit day 7, my immune system would just completely tank and I would wake up with like my throat closed up, horrible mouth sores, can't eat, can't swallow, all of the things, completely got sick. So I literally got sick on my birthday and it was literally just like downhill from there. Part of it was anxiety because I was outside. I went to the Drake concert on the 18th. I saw Beyonce in Houston on the 24th. And then I saw her again in Kansas City on October 1st. And I thugged it out and I made it. But physically, after everyone, I would get sick. So, and then even after I completed chemo on October 5th, day 7 rolled around and I woke up and my throat was closed and the mouth sores were, I don't think I understand. It's part of why I've been quiet because like I literally didn't even want to open my mouth. There were sores under my tongue. There were sores on the side of my tongue that were hitting my teeth. I couldn't swallow. I literally couldn't eat anything. It was probiotic yogurt, water, maybe some tea, and then applesauce. That's all your girl was having. But on the flip side, I got on the scale and it said 168, which my peak chemo weight was 187, I believe. So we're already moving in the right direction. But the thrush and the mouth sores are finally gone and I can finally eat. But I'm trying to keep it cute. And now that juicing doesn't bother me anymore, so I'm back to juicing. So about to be detoxing. Keela, you saw it, cause I got a little hang time, you know. So now that juices, like the citrus and the acid from juices, doesn't bother me, I am able to juice again. So it's getting detox. We're gonna try to get the insides back together. I'm also very much looking forward to detoxing from steroids and all the other meds. So I have a whole host of prescriptions over there that I just have not been touching. So yeah, the insomnia hasn't been as bad. The hot flashes are kind of decreasing, but this hair, okay? She's giving G.I. Jane. You know, she might have bundles for Christmas. Who knows? But my hair is definitely growing back at a very crazy, insane rate. Erica, you're very welcome for the juice recipe. And they were like, if you have the book, but you said you bought the book, there's a lot of good juice recipes in that book. But there's another one that I did with dragon fruit. You need a detox and you want to clear your pipes, do the dragon fruit one. You pretty much can do like the same one, but just add dragon fruit. Baby, ain't shit left. Period. Hi, Catrice. So surgery was supposed to be this Friday. I met with the surgical team last week, which was very interesting for a number of reasons. So first of all, it was the first time I kind of had a hiccup with health insurance. And I just can't imagine if that was my day-to-day every time I had an appointment. So long story less long on that. Apparently, when I went to go for my appointment to meet with the surgical team for a pre-op, apparently they don't take my insurance. All this time, I did not know that they don't take my insurance, but I had been pre-approved for oncology only. But something was in the system incorrectly. She didn't know how to interpret it, and she was rude, but I was trying to keep my cool because it was too early in the morning. But basically, she was like, oh, we don't take your insurance. We can't see you. I'm like, what are you talking about? So we get that sorted out. And she's like, oh, well, we don't take your insurance, but you're pre-approved for oncology. And I was like, well, bitch, this is a piece of oncology. But anyway, so I meet with the surgical team. So one of the things is they will constantly ask me what it is that I'm having done. One, they want to make sure that patients understand and have a common knowledge of the services or procedures that they will have done. And also to mitigate, you'd be surprised how many people get the wrong surgery done on them. So every phone call with nurses, all prep, they're asking me, hey, do you know what surgery you're having? Or like, do you know what you're having done? And I'm like, yes. I am having a lumpectomy to clear the margins in my right breast. We are also addressing the axillary lymph node in my right armpit. And they're like, oh, great. You know exactly what's happening. I know exactly what's going on. So then I get to meet with the surgeon. And then this man says, yes, we're here to talk about your partial mastectomy. And I immediately lost my shit. And I started cussing out this resident. I said, what the fuck did you just say? And he's looking at me like I got 3 heads. I'm looking at him like he has 6 heads. And he was like, your partial mastectomy. And I said, baby, ain't nobody say nothing about me losing any titties. And he was like, I didn't say that. And I'm like, that's literally what you just said. I said, I'm here to discuss the lumpectomy. And he goes, yeah, partial mastectomy. I said, no, baby. Words mean things. And I need you to use the verbiage that I'm comfortable with and the verbiage that's been used with me. We're not taking my titty. He says, no. And I was like, okay. So then my blood pressure came down. So I was like, okay, I need you to watch your mouth because I'm keeping them. But then I got kind of weary again because when they explained how much they're taking, so he's like, yeah, we're going to take like this much. And I just feel like that's like the whole bottom half of my titty. So I'm like, what do you mean you're taking that much? He's like, well, we got to get it. And then we got to get like around it. So we make sure we get all of it. And I just feel like that's a lot. And then I just feel like, am I going to have like a deformed breast? But he assures me that I won't. And they're telling me, he's like, oh yeah, we're going to take that much. And then basically the pocket's going to fill with fluid. And then it's going to turn into scar tissue. And I was like, nigga, that don't sound right either. That doesn't sound good to me. I have concerns about, because where my lump is and where they're going to have to cut, if that's scar tissue, I just feel like, am I going to have issues with range of motion? Is it going to be painful? I plan on being back in the gym and lifting, and that's very, very important to me. He assures me that it shouldn't be, an issue. Ooh, Tiffany, thank you for saying that. Because I wasn't even thinking about that. But he did say that it shouldn't be an issue and that he was like, most women aesthetically won't have an issue with it. He said, but if you do have an issue with it, we can address it later. But thank you for reminding me about fat grafting because, baby, guess what? Take it from the middle, babes. Go ahead, take a little lipo and then throw it in my titty. So I have concerns about it, about that part. But apparently, they're going to cut me open, go in. Oh, girl, then it's a whole nother thing, prepping for the surgery. Because then they were like, well, we have to know exactly where, no, I don't have to do any spacers or anything first. So the only prep that I'm doing for surgery is I go in this Thursday, and they have to mark it off, but they can't decide how they're going to mark it off until I get there on Thursday. So Thursday I have to have another ultrasound, and they're going to assess what's left of the tumor. And then from there, they decide if they then go and do a biopsy and place it, basically what they call fence it off, and put markers all around it. Or they basically put like a little radioactive thing so they can go in and like put a little wand and like do, and then find it during the surgery. So that happens this Thursday. Then next Wednesday, the day before, I have to go get injected with some like radioactive thing. So like I light up next Thursday. And then when they're in there, they're also going to shoot some blue dye in there that will also go to the lymph nodes in my armpit. And whichever ones pop up first, they know which ones to dissect. And like, girl, it's a whole thing. Then while I'm on the table, they're literally going to cut a piece out, immediately send it upstairs, tell them to immediately like tell us if there's still cancer in it or not. I've been having just a little bit of anxiety about, is the cancer completely gone? So I am hoping that when I go under next week and then they run whatever up to the lab, that there is nothing left, because I don't want to do chemo again. And they did say, like, if I had to do chemo again, they were like, oh, we might do the chemo pill. I already know my insurance is not going to cover the chemo pill. So if I had to do chemo again, I know I would be going through the process again. And I ain't here for that. But I'm God's favorite, and he ain't bring me this far to play me. So we're just going to say that that's not going to be the case. So surgery is next Thursday. So, and then apparently when I asked about recovery, I'm thinking I might need a week. Like, my boss is telling me, he's like, Candace, you're going to need a week. And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, well, I'm telling you, I don't expect to see you for a week. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then when I asked about recovery, they were like, oh, yeah, some people go back to work the next day. Well, that's not going to be me. So I know how I was down even when I had the biopsy. So all this extra digging and cutting, I don't know what they talking about. Niggas is going back to work the very next day. We'll see. But I do plan on taking some days off. I did give my boss the heads up, like, look, I'm preliminary taking these days off for physical, but mental, and I need a break. I might throw in some extras. I'm just going to play it by ear. But the most important thing is my post-op will be like 2 weeks after that, to which I said, so that's the week of the 16th. And they said, yeah. And I was like, so that means I can go home for Thanksgiving? And they said, yes. And I immediately booked my flight. So I am going home for Thanksgiving. Tiffany, will I need physical therapy for my arm? I have been following an account. It's called Cancer Rehab PT. And she is a physical therapist that specializes in breast cancer patients after surgery, mastectomies, lumpectomies, lymph nodes, and all of that. So I have been studying and watching all the exercises that I need to do. And they did tell me that as long as I do exercises, I should be fine, both for range of motion here and like for my arm. With what they plan to do for the lymph node, I think there's like only like a 10% of me having like lymphedema. So I'm just going to watch it and, just do exercises. I already have all the things that I need for recovery in PT. So I'm just going to make sure I stay on top of that. But if I need to get a physical therapist, I will. But I don't think I will need one. I'll just be doing like some PT exercises at home by myself. But I am going home for Thanksgiving, and I can't wait. Like literally counting down on the clock. And I'm not going to lie, I was actually kind of hesitant to even share. Like, even though everybody knows how pressed I am to go home, I was actually kind of hesitant to share that, like, I'm actually going home, because I feel like there's a lot of people that are now on this, like, they want to see me and they need to see me. And part of me is like, well, first of all, I have family priorities. I literally had to write a list down of, like, who's priority, who I need to see. But I just had to get over, like, my own anxiety, formal people pleaser, and feeling like I have to do all these things. Especially motherfuckers who really didn't even talk to me during this whole process. And now it's like, oh, when you come home, I need to see you. Fuck you. No. You can watch the live replays like everybody else. It is what it is. So, like, I haven't even seen my brother in over a year. So I have priorities on who I'm going to see when I get home. And I'm not taking off every day. And, you know, I still then need to do a day trip so I can see Book of Hove in New York. And then I got to go to North Carolina and see my grandmother. So I have priorities on who I will be seeing, what I will be doing. So anybody feeling type of way about that, I don't care. I really don't care. But yes, I'm very excited to be going home, finally. Next week I also meet with radiation consult. I have my radiation consult next week, which I totally forgot about. Thank God I put everything down in the calendar, and thank God I share the calendar with my mom. So I will find out what the plan for radiation is. Yes, Tamara, because I also don't want everybody's germs. Like, I will be fresh enough off of surgery. I don't want anybody's germs. And then also, you know, getting ready to have to go right into radiation, which I found out while I was totally freaked out about radiation being like every day, Monday through Friday, for at least 4 to 5 weeks. They're only like 15 to 30 minute sessions. But it's just the fact that I'm going to have to get up and go every day, which kind of sucks. But my trip that I wanted to go on so bad in January, I have had to make the executive decision that I can no longer go on that trip because radiation is probably going to butt right up to that trip. And I won't be able to have direct sunlight, direct sun exposure because of radiation. So there's no point in me going to Cabo just to wear sleeves and stay inside. So I have had to forego that trip in January, which kind of sucks, but my health is the most important. So, yeah. I was hesitant to share this part, but I have been it's been an emotional roller coaster. I know I did share in my stories that, you know, like the conflicting feelings about Breast Cancer Awareness Month and, you know, pregnancy and infant loss awareness. So that crux of, yeah, I'm beating cancer, but I have also experienced multiple miscarriages, and now not knowing if my period's ever going to come back and will I be able to have kids. That's kind of been a thing emotionally this month. It's also been feelings about, I feel like some people are just like, oh, you completed chemo and like you're done. And I feel like some people have kind of like written me off, like, oh yeah, like you just beat cancer, like you're done. No, babes. This is part 1 of 4 parts. There's chemo, then there's surgery, then there's radiation, and then there's immunotherapy. Yes, I completed the hardest part, but baby, we still gotta wait for pathology, and like there's all these other things. So it's like living like kind of like in that anxiety. And then there's also, I don't have any anxiety on it coming back. There's not any anxiety necessarily on it coming back. Like, I do want to make sure it's gone. I don't have any anxiety on it coming back, and living in that type of fear. But I do have feelings around, and I've shared this with like some of my closest friends. I do have these feelings around the what is next. And I know I've kind of shared that before, like what is next, but it's more like there's still things that I want, like, and things that I covet and things that I desire. And it's this feeling like, am I still going to get the things that I want? Because I have this, there's this thing where it's like, well, you should just be happy that you're alive. And that's not enough for me. That's not enough. Being alive is not enough. So it's still like this fire under my ass and things that I want and I desire and things that I want to do and things that I want to have. And I don't want it to just be this thing that I don't get the things that I want and desire. And I should just be grateful that I'm alive. I'm very grateful that I'm alive, but I'm leaving this earth with something. And it's going to be more than I beat cancer. That ain't it. That's not the end of my story. It ain't I went through all this shit and then I just beat cancer and like that's it. No. I still want everything. So I've been kind of sitting in that. So it's also kind of like why I've just been quiet. Because I'm just plotting and scheming on the next phase of my life. But I am grateful to be here. I'm grateful that my hair is growing back. My lashes are even already starting to come back. So very grateful. But like, as I always say, two things can be true at the same time. I am very, very grateful to be here. It is a blessing. But I'm leaving with something and I'm getting everything that I want. So that's that on that. I was about to say something and I totally just had a brain fart. Baby, when I say the chemo brain is getting, I don't know how it's getting worse now. There literally are like black holes in my thought. And like, I'm doing things and I don't remember doing them at all. It's wild. But yeah. What was I about to say? Hold on, let me get some water. Because the nigga is dehydrated. Whew. But physically, I'm also trying to get my body and my energy back. This physically has been very, very humbling. It's still very hard for me to like go on daily walks. My heart rate goes up like very, very high for like the smallest of things. So just trying to slowly get back into things has been very, 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 very humbling, because when it comes to working out and being physical, I definitely am team do the most. But yeah. Listen, Erica, the peach fuzz is fuzzing, okay? Which reminds me, I've been called a kiwi, a coconut, all the things. So, yeah. And then my brother called me a Fabergé egg when I had my little rhinestone headpiece on. But, you know, Erica, I'm already thinking about like all the colors and things that I'm going to do, you know, once this hair comes back. My pixie era is going to be sickening. I'm probably going to sit there for a while just to fuck the girls up. Listen, when I got called a kiwi, the Fabergé egg and the kiwi probably was, those were top tier. Those were top tier comments. But, yeah. I laugh. Every time I think about it, I laugh. I laugh again. Because why would my brother ever say that about me? Both of my brothers are completely wild. Completely wild. But I love them, and I cannot wait to see them again. Oh, I never shared it on here. I only shared it to my close friends, but for my birthday, my family did surprise me with my little brother. So I literally was knocked out, and I woke up to Chloe barking, and I was like, why is Chloe barking? And I looked up, and my little brother was standing in front of me. And of course, I lost my shit. Heart rate went up, and I bust out crying. So, it sucked that I got sick while he was here. But my baby brother, aka my son, he did come down for my birthday, and that was the best thing ever. I will say, probably for 3 weeks straight between Drake concert, Beyonce, and then finishing Chemo, I had a lot of friends that were here that came to go to the concerts with me and came to see me, and it was absolutely wonderful. I didn't post a lot about it just because I really was enjoying the time with my friends. I can't believe my mom kept that secret, but I really was enjoying the time with my friends, and it was everything that I needed. But at the same time, it still just wasn't enough because it wasn't at home. I wanted those people, but at home. But it was really nice to just laugh and have fun and like be outside and enjoy things and go to concerts, and being with my college roommates that we have been friends since we were 17 years old. So having Brittany and Christy down here, that was everything I needed and then some. Like when you talk about us growing up together and have been through everything together, child, unbreakable bond. So it was really, really nice to have them here. But it's still, Jamaica, I'm still alive. And you came at the right time. I'm talking about when my friends came to visit me and how much I loved it. Yes, Jamaica came to visit me. Christy was here. Brittany was here. Alexis came down. It was everything. And then I turned right around a week later and saw Alexis again. We met up in Kansas City to see Beyonce. Baby, again, seeing Beyonce that close was just chef's kiss. It was everything. But, like everything, for all intents and purposes, everything is good. I just got to get through these next couple of weeks, and then I can get home for Thanksgiving, and I can finally get some crabs. I can get some Lido's pizza. I can get some Utz chips. I can get cool air and foliage. What else? Hugs. It's gonna be everything, child. It's gonna be everything. I'm pulling up on my friends' houses and I'm falling asleep on the couch. The funny thing is, a number of my friends have mentioned that they think about missing me when they look at their couch because they're like, oh, Candace isn't here curled up in the nook. That is what I do. I curl up in the nook in the couch. And if there's anybody that talks about me falling asleep at their house, that just means I love them, because I don't fall asleep at people's houses. I get up and I go to fuck home. So if I'm comfortable and I fall asleep at your house, I really fuck with you. So the fact that a lot of people have been making comments that they miss seeing me curled up on the couch, don't fret. I will be there in a couple of weeks, curled up on said couch. So I'm very excited about that. I probably will have to be here for Christmas because of radiation. Depends on how much they say I need, but I think what they told me is that I need a minimum of 5 weeks. So if that starts at the top of December, then I'll be here for Christmas. But yeah, I think that's it as far as updates. It's kind of become a thing when I do these updates. Then when we start, shooting the shit, y'all are free to ask any questions, whatever you want. But I think that's as far as updates that I can think or what I remembered. Listen, Jamaica, get into my edges, okay? I'm gonna need, Darian said I need a velvet do-rag and I need to put it in sport mode. So, I do need to put some oil on my scalp again. Don't ask me about no hair growth oils or anything like that. I don't believe in them. It's genetics. Drink water, mind your business, and your hair will grow. So, Tia, the pixie is going to be crazy, okay? It's gonna be crazy. You thought my pixie ate before? This one's going to be sickening. It's gonna be sickening. I might even give the girls a platinum pixie. Oh, Shelly says, can I plug the Burial movie because my husband wrote the music for it? First of all, because you know, Shelly, that we talk about what I've been watching, and that was on my list. I watched The Burial, and it was so good. The Burial was really, really good. So we can go ahead and plug that. That was a really good movie. I feel like I should have wrote down all the other things I watched because the chemo brain is bad. What else did I watch? I think The Burial was on Prime, right? Yeah, The Burial was really, really good. What else did I watch? Hi, Celeste. Oh, Celeste, I was like, since I gotta take my nails off for surgery, I was like, ooh, do I thug it out and try to harass Celeste for a nail appointment when I come home for Thanksgiving? Because, baby, a good coffin set from Celeste, it's been something that I've dreamed about. What else did I watch? I also watched, I feel like there was another movie that I watched. Oh, Heist 88. I watched Heist 88 that had Courtney B. Vance, and it was about a bank heist in Chicago. That was also good. There's a show on Amazon Prime called something with chemistry. And there's only been 4 episodes so far. And it's really, really good. It's a drama, but it's really, really good. Yeah, so the show on Prime, something chemistry, really, really good show. It's a period piece, but it's good. I watched Black Beauty Effect on Netflix. It's 3 episodes. Really, really good. What else did I watch? I watched The Morning Show on Apple TV Plus, and the new season has started. If you don't watch The Morning Show, get into it. Have you watched The Fall of House of Usher on Netflix? It looked like some creepy shit inside of a house. You must be new here. I don't do creepy shit inside of houses. I don't do spirits. I don't do shit inside of houses. And I don't do stringy hair white kids in nightgowns. Don't do it. And that's what I saw somebody post something in their stories, and I was like, you can miss me with that shit. I won't be watching that. Nope. Got me fucked up. I could do blood and guts. I could do horror. Creepy spirit shit inside of houses. Stringy hair white kids in nightgowns. Nope. You can miss me with that. So y'all can have all y'all spooky shit all this month. Plead the blood of Jesus. Nope. Won't be me. What else did I watch? Oh, y'all know how I am when I am prepping for the fight. So my thing after, I think, did I do it right before? I think I did it either right before or right after I finished chemo. It was like all right, we're prepping for the next thing. So we know that's when I do sports documentaries and things like that. So that's when I watched the Beckham. I think it was like 4 episodes. I watched the Beckham one on Netflix, and that is really, really good. I would watch that again. It was really, really good. So as a former soccer player, as just a sports fanatic, but getting into that, it was really good. So I also did something else, and I was explaining to my mom why I was doing it. So as much as I love like those documentaries and like those bio pieces and things like that, I also understand from a marketing perspective that this is not only to appease their current fans, this is to tap into the egos, logos, pathos of people and try to get new people drawn in, right? To humanize them. Therefore, I decided to watch the Taylor Swift one on Netflix because I was like, I don't like this girl. And I wondered if I watched it, would it change my mind? Because I think that's the first time I've watched one where I've come in not liking the person. So I watched the Taylor Swift one for research purposes. And I still do not like her. It was actually done very well. And I think it humanized her. I still don't like her. So, if you are a Swiftie, I'm sorry. But I just can't. I just cannot. I tried. She's something. She's something. And like, I hate to like, and that's the thing, Celeste, that was the thing, because I was just like, I can't pinpoint it, like, I just don't like her, and I didn't want to just be a hater, so I was like, I had to watch it, and I had to give it a fair shot to see, like, what is it about her that I don't like, and it's still something that I can't necessarily pinpoint, I just don't, but there were still many things that she said, she did, that I do agree with, and I was like, because there was many times I was like, nah, I feel you. Like, nah, like, I get that. I understand that. I still don't like her. And every song sounds the same. And, yeah, I'm going to just leave it at that. But I'm going to just, we just talking about what I watched. I watched it. I gave it a fair go. And, yeah, nah. It's... Ooh, she represents mediocrity operating as excellence. Erica, there you go. There you go. If I could screenshot that, there you go. But she knows her audience. So, marketing is one hell of a drug. And if she don't do nothing else, she markets and people buy into it and the girl get in the bag and kudos to her. Just not my cup of tea. Like, child, isn't Erica on to something? She said it. She doesn't own who she is. She be mad, petty, and vindictive, and then she plays the victim. Baby, she's very petty. Cause like, yeah, it was when they brought up the whole thing when it was the whole thing in the doc about like the whole like Kanye thing and things like that. I was be like, she be acting like she's the victim, but you're actually very, very petty. All the girlies who clap off beat is her audience, so that's a big one. They definitely clap on the 1 and the 4. I mean the 1 and the 3. They definitely do. But yeah. I'm trying to think, what else did I watch? I did watch the trash ass reunion for Love is Blind season 5. It was so trash. It was very, very trash. Is there anything else that I watched? I'm drawing a blank on anything else I watched, but y'all let me know anything else that y'all watched that is good to watch, because I'll have some downtime next week to to watch some things. Yeah, Love is Blind was awful this season. Club Up, do you want some blankie? You sheepy? Okay. I'm trying to think, was there anything else that I wanted to watch that I haven't watched yet? I can't think of anything else. I know that I owe a lot of like links and recommendations from things that you all have asked about last week. Of course, some of them are like going to be like reposts, you know, as the seasons are changing, you know, like your changing your moisturizers. There were some questions about spot treatments. There were some questions about pores and things like that. So I'm going to be updating all of those things. Of course, I mean, I don't have no hair right now, but we know I'm, you know, Blowout Betty. I will be updating all blowout things that are my faves and that will get you through blowout season. Trying to think what else. Can't think of anything else. I still just have like so many things to go through, and I don't even know like the best way to do it. Like, I don't know if I should just do like one collective video like on YouTube with all the things. I don't know if y'all want just stories with links. Child, I don't know, because there's been so many things that I have received in like the past month or two that I have not had the time or energy to share. Fragrances, all kinds of stuff. So I don't know. It was like the minute I got energy, like the first thing was like, I need to create all this content. But I honestly don't even know what like content even looks like for me anymore. Not that like I can't slide back into it, but I just feel like for the past 5 months, like I've just been like the cancer girl. So I'm like, how do I slide back into doing content? So I'm trying to do things to like thread the needle. Oh, the Sephora sale. Ooh. Your cart already has $600 in there. Ooh. What's in your cart, Erica? I haven't even looked. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Oh, thank you, Kizzy. Maybe I'll do that tonight, kind of peruse on Sephora and like if there were some things, like what would I get? Oh, and if anybody's in here that forgot when I posted or you missed it when I posted it, that if you have an FSA or an HSA spending account, you can go on the Sephora app, scroll to the bottom, click shop, then scroll all the way to the bottom again, and it says FSA/HSA, and it will show you pre-approved products that you can get with those funds on Sephora's site. So I don't have one of those accounts, but many of you all do. So, and they have really good stuff in there. Really good things, like even like $400 like treatment mask, like electronics. They have things. So yes. I did say that I was going to pull the list together of like those pre-approved FSA, HSA things. Do a virtual group Sephora shopping date with us. Oh, how about I do that? Oh, Vondra, how would I do that? I probably should. A virtual group Sephora shopping date. Ooh. Listen, people have been asking me for years, like, just take me shopping and like tell me what to get. The crazy thing is, one of the funny things is, every time I go to Ulta, it never fails. If I go into Ulta, and I don't know why specifically Ulta. It's actually not even just there. There's so many times I'm shopping regular clothes, and I don't know what it is about my spirit, aura, whatever. I'll be in Ulta, I'll be in Target, child, I'll even be in CVS, and people will just come up and start asking me like makeup and beauty questions, and I'm like, I don't have no uniform on. But then I'll be like, sure. And I just walk them through the aisles and I help them. But maybe I gotta figure out a way to do it. Oh, I did for shits and giggles because, you know, we're trying to get our things, right? So like I finally have the ability to have subscribers. I don't know what I would even do with subscribers. I don't know. But if there's anything private or special that y'all want that Gen Pop don't have, let me know and y'all can have it and I'll do it for subscribers. Or I don't know, because I'm a creator. So when people have subscribers or they have like those little channels and little chats and things like that, I'm with it. It doesn't bother me. But I don't necessarily know what my followers want from me as far as content, especially me trying to get back into the beauty things. So I very much don't want to be, you know, the cancer girl. It's just a part of the story. So we getting back to what we know best, okay? So we're getting back to the beauty content, and, you know, I'm gonna thread that needle and, you know, slowly walk back into it. But I am just really, really curious what you all want from me, because you are a very engaged community, and I know you all trust me, but I just want to give y'all what y'all want. I want to give y'all what y'all want. But yeah, I gotta figure some things out, and I want to give, like, you know, special things. You know, we love exclusivity, honey, okay? But I don't know what that looks like. And it's just like my bandwidth right now, because the way the Chemo brain is set up, I only got so much, right? So it's like Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X/Twitter, YouTube. I still have an email list. I don't know what the fuck y'all want. So y'all tell me what y'all want. And I will do my best to give that to you. If you guys don't have any other questions, I guess that might be it. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to have something to eat for dinner, or is it going to just be a green juice for dinner? Because I'm not too hungry, but maybe I should eat something. But, yeah. If there's nothing else, I love you guys. And I will see you in the stories. Bye.